Hi guys, welcome to Mirepoix online classes. We're going to move through a deep stretch class and just working on stretching out your body, your mind, and really coming to this space in a mindful way. So let's start on your back. Grab two blocks if you'd like. You can recline down. If you don't have blocks, you can always use books at home, but recline down on your mat and you can bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. Your two blocks will come right underneath your thighs. I like to turn them on a bit of a diagonal so that the flat part of the block lines up right underneath the thighs. Let your arms come off to the side. And just start to slow down your breath, tuning into this moment on your mat. Notice if there are any places that are still holding on to tension or stress, like your glutes or your shoulders. You can adjust those by rolling your shoulders underneath or relaxing the glutes. And begin to notice this breath traveling in through your nose, filling up the base of your belly, moving into your ribs and your chest, all the way to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, the breath will travel from the crown of your head down through your chest, your ribs, your belly, right into the root of your spine. Notice any sort of thoughts in your head. Try to set them aside on your mat. You can pick them up after class with a new perspective. Allow this breath to move through the belly, the ribs, the chest, but also imagine it moving through the back body as well. So through the back of the spine, the ribs, the shoulders. Really just slowing everything down. Observe what's going on in your jaw. Can you unclench your teeth, let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth? Allow that space between the eyebrows to soften, to relax. Feel this breath like an ocean wave moving in and out of shore as it starts in the root of your spine and travels to the crown of your head. A few more moments to tune in, to let go, to create more space here right now. And you can work with an intention for your practice today. An intention is a word, a phrase, a dedication to one of your family members or friends. Maybe just the word relax. Whatever comes to mind. Draw it in with a nice long, deep breath. Exhale to seal your intention. A few more moments here. Slowly move your blocks out from underneath your thighs. Set them off to the side. You can take your hands on the outside of the thighs, close your legs like you're shutting a book. Soles of the feet will connect into the earth. Draw the right knee into your chest, kick your right leg up to the ceiling. Hold to the back of your hamstring. So I'm mirroring you guys. So holding on to the back of the right thigh, you can stay here. If you have a belt or a strap, you can always loop that around your foot for a little bit more of sensation traveling through the back of the hamstring and the calf. Flex your toes back toward your shin. Kick through the heel of your foot. Notice the breath in. Notice the breath out. You can stay here with the right leg kicked to the ceiling, the left knee bent, or if you'd like to extend your left leg out, you can extend your left leg to the front of the room. Notice where your body starts to grip. Maybe it's in your shoulders or your fingers. Can you hold but not for dear life? Finding that idea of relaxation, unraveling in this space. Point your toes up toward the ceiling, stretching out the front of your foot. And then flex your toes back toward your shin, stretching out the back of the calf, the Achilles. Breath in, point your toes to the sky. Exhale, flex your toes back toward your shin. Inhale to point. Exhale to flex. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. 1 more breath in to toes to the sky. Exhale, flex. Slowly draw the knee into your chest, and you can start to make some circles with that right knee. Opening up the right knee, the right hip. Notice which direction you chose. Is it clockwise? Is it counterclockwise? It doesn't really matter. We're slowly going to pause and then rotate the leg in the opposite way, opening up the hip. Good. Take the left knee to the right knee to the outside of the ribs. You're going to hold on to the back of the right thigh, the shin, or the pinky edge side of your foot for a half happy baby. Your left hand will come to your left hip. Draw your right knee down toward the earth. Flex your toes back toward your shin like you're kicking the ceiling. Relax the shoulders. Notice your breath in. Notice your breath out. And if your left leg is still bent, extend it straight. One more inhale and exhale here. Slowly release the grip of that right foot. You're going to take your right leg and twist. Cross your right leg completely over to the left. Shift your hips so the right hip stacks on top of the left hip. You can either cactus your elbow if you are working with tight constraints of space, or you can extend your right arm straight. Your right leg crosses over to the left. You can rotate your gaze over to the right. Twists are really good for digestion. They're good for ridding toxins in the body. Then take your left hand off your thigh, bring it to your belly. Feel the breath move into the base of the palm, starting the breath there, allowing the breath to travel up through the ribs into the chest. Then on your exhale, the breath travels right back down, right into your left palm. Couple more inhales and exhales here. And then slowly start to bend into your left leg, kick it toward your butt. You're going to take your right hand down to catch your left foot with your right hand. So you'll get a quad stretch on that left thigh. You could stay here with the right knee bent or extend it straight so that you get into that IT band. Make sure your right toes are flexing back toward your hip. Keep your right shoulder rooted into the earth. Relax your left shoulder. And if this is too much for your knee on that left side, you can always just keep the leg drawing in toward the glute instead of holding the foot. Imagine you're kicking the heel of the right foot to the wall that's on the left side of your body. Take a nice long breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale and exhale here. Slowly let go of the grip on your left foot. You're going to bend into the right knee, twist back to center. Extend your left leg and your right leg out. Shift your hips back to the middle. Let your arms come off to the side. Pause here. Take a mini Shavasana to notice the two sides of the body. Hopefully that right leg feels a little bit longer than the left. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your next breath in, draw the left knee to your heart. Kick it to the sky. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Try to interlace your fingers with the index finger that's on top, different from what you did the first time. It might feel a little bit awkward. If you're using a strap, you can loop it around the ball mound of your foot. The ball mound of your foot is that space right underneath your toes. Kick the heel to the sky, the toes flex back toward your shin. Again, pay attention to where your body is gripping. The jaw, the eyebrows, maybe even the back of your head. You can lift your head, elongate through the neck, and then set your head back down to release there. A couple more breaths in and out through your nose. And then point your toes to the sky. Flex your toes back toward your shin. Toes point up to the ceiling. Flex the toes back toward your heart. A few more like that, toes point. Exhale, flex. Last two, toes up. And back one more time, toes point to the sky. Flex it back toward your shin. Slowly draw the left knee into your heart. Grip your fingers around the top of the shin and rotate that left knee in a circular motion. Observe, did you go clockwise, counterclockwise? Is this the same direction that you chose on the other side? Pause. And then rotate your knee the opposite way. Notice if one direction feels a little bit more natural. Try not to pass any judgment. Just be here. And then come back to center. You're going to take that knee, draw it in toward your heart, hold to the back of your thigh, your shin, or slide your hand to the pinky edge side of your left foot. Your right hand can glue to your right hip. Keep your right leg extended straight. Draw the left knee down toward your mat. Half happy baby. Check in with these stress responders in your body. What is gripping? What is holding too tightly? And then pay attention to the thoughts that are going on in your head. What is gripping? What is holding too tightly? Can you let that go? One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly soften the grip of your left foot. You're going to take your right hand to your left knee, either cactus the elbow or bring it out to a T. Press down through your right foot to shift your hips and then twist your left leg over to the right side of the body. Gaze over to the left. Breathing in and out here. And then your right hand that's on your thigh, bring it to your belly. Start to feel the breath travel into the palm, moving up through the ribs, your chest. And then on your exhale, it reverses the flow right back to the base of the belly. Become aware of how connecting your hand to your belly really brings your attention to the breath. Oftentimes we're breathing without even thinking about it. And most of the time that breath is in through the chest and out through the chest rather than in through the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then out in the reverse way. So engaging in this diaphragmatic breath can help to slow down the nervous system, activating that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest response. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to bend into your right leg. Reach your left hand down for your right foot. Catch your foot like you're a cat grabbing its tail, and then relax your left shoulder into the mat. You can kick your left leg, your left leg out to the bottom right corner of the mat. Your gaze can rotate over to the left, finding that quad stretch on the right thigh, the IT band stretch on the left. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We'll take 2 more inhales and exhales in this space. Slowly soften the grip on the right foot. Your right leg will extend long, bend into your left knee, twist back to center. Shift your hips to the middle and then extend the left foot to the bottom left corner, the right foot to the bottom right corner. Let your hands come out to the side. Close your eyes. Pause here in a moment of Shavasana once again. Notice the two sides of the body. Hopefully they feel a little bit more balanced. Oftentimes we're moving so fast through our life that it's very, very difficult to slow down, to pause and reset. So as you move through this practice, can you do exactly that? Can you let go of all of the things that you have to do, all of the worries and the stressors that are filling up your mind? And just be here now. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Start to walk your feet over to the bottom left corner of the mat. You're going to take your arms over your head like you're stretching for monkey bars above your head. And then you're going to take your right foot, cross it over the left, take your left hand, grab it onto your right wrist, and then stretch over to the side of the mat, getting that nice long stretch through the right side body. So as I said, like you're reaching for monkey bars. This is called banana asana. So imagining yourself like a little banana feeding that monkey. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then we'll get this C curve going the other way. So let go of your grip around your feet. Walk them over to the other side. Take your hands, stretch them over to the right side of the mat. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. If you'd like to cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh, you can do that as well. Breathe into your side ribs. Notice if your shoulders are trying to creep to your ears. Can you allow them to melt down toward the floor? Good. One more breath in. One more breath out. Bring your arms back to center, your feet back to center. Bend into your knees. Stretch your fingertips toward your toes. Press into your feet on your inhale. Lift your hips, lift your arms up and overhead. Moving through a dynamic bridge. On your exhale, hips come down, arms relax at your side. We'll do that a few more times. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms. Exhale, hips travel to the floor, hands meet the mat. Ground down, four corners of the feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to lower. We'll do two more just like that. Press down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, melt your hips back down. Draw the knees into your chest. Start to make little circles along your back, right into that sacrum. Your sacrum is the flat part of your spine, directly beneath your waistband. Pause, rotate the other way. And then again, notice, did you go clockwise or counterclockwise first? Paying attention to these natural tendencies. Come back to center. Catch the back of your thighs. Start to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine until you come up to a seated position. Sitting up tall, your left hand to the floor. Right hand will stretch up and over to the side. Relax your left shoulder. Bend into your left elbow. Notice if you're pressing into the mat and your shoulders jamming to your ear, can you just soften a little bit more? Good. Peel it back to center. Your right hand will come down to the mat. Take your left hand up and over to the other side. Relax the right shoulder, stretch out through the side body. Glue your left sit bone into the mat. Inhale, come back to center. You're going to take your hands, interlace them behind your skull, and then drop your chin to your chest, stretching out the back of your neck. Good, let that go. Hands to your thighs. Slowly roll over to your hands and knees, come to a tabletop position. Root your hands into the earth. Line your knees up underneath your hips, feet right behind your knees. And then inhale, lower your belly, lift your chin. Exhale, curl and round your spine. As you look back, notice where the feet are. Are they right between your legs? Can you make them invisible? Right behind the knees. Inhale, hammock the belly, heart shines forward, sit bones spread wide. Exhale, press and round into your mat. Inhale, hammock the belly, heart forward. Exhale, press and round. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral. You're going to walk your hands forward, keep your hips stacked over your knees, crawl your hands forward. If you want to bring that book or that block underneath your head, we're going to come into puppy dog pose. So your head will come down onto the block or the mat, hips stacked over the knees. If you'd like to bring your chin to the mat, you can do that as well. Just opening up the heart here. Breathing in and out. Start to slide yourself back up. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders and then slide your shoulders past your wrists. Slowly lower down all the way to your belly. Take your elbows out in front of you. The elbows will be stacked right underneath the shoulders. Fingertips press into the earth. Press down through the root of your hands. Lift your chest. Sphinx pose. Relax your shoulders. Notice if your toes are tucked, can you allow the tops of the toes to rest on the floor? And then pay attention. Are you squeezing into the glutes? Can you let those soften as well? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly drop your right ear to your right shoulder, stretching out the left side of your neck. Notice, did your right shoulder pull forward? Can you keep your right and your left shoulder square? And then bring your chin down to your chest. Stretch out the back of your neck. Keep pressing your fingers, your forearms, your elbows into the earth. Lift your heart up to the sky. And then bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Good, like you're drawing a rainbow, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. We'll do that twice more, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. Good, and one more time, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. Heart to chin, and then left ear, left shoulder. Come back to center. Elbows out wide, stack your palms, rest your head on your hands. Let the heels of the feet fall open. Breathing in and out here. Lift your head off your hands. You're going to take your right elbow out to the side. Make an L shape so that your right elbow and right shoulder line up with each other. Take your left fingertips to the ground like a little cup, and then you're going to roll over to the side. You can stay here. If you'd like to bring a block underneath your head or a book, you can do that. You can also bring your head down onto the mat. And then this left leg can stay floating, or you can bend it and set the sole of the foot down onto the floor. Maybe the toes just touch. And if this is ever too much for you, you can always extend the leg back out, maybe just roll back to your belly. Listening to what your body needs, especially when times of stress start to creep up. Can you start to pay attention to these signals that your body is asking of you? One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. If your left leg is extended, slowly straighten your left leg out, roll back to your belly. And then you're going to take that right hand, bring it now out to the letter T. Left fingertips right by your chest. You're going right back to that same side. So roll to the right. This should feel a little bit more accessible. If not, that's okay. Just listen to what your body needs. You're going to place your right temple either on a block or the mat. Your left foot can stay straight, be bent. And if you want even more, you can bend into the right foot and set both feet down onto the ground. Left hand is right by your chest or wrap it behind your back for a little bit more of a heart opening pose here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. If your hand is behind your back, start to unravel it. Left hand next to your belly. Kick your leg long, roll back to your belly. And then you're going to take your left elbow out to that T shape, that cactus pose. Right fingertips by your chest. Slowly roll over to the left side. Your left ear, your left temple will come onto a block or the mat. This right leg can stay bent. It can extend straight. You can bring the foot to the floor. And while you're in this pose, you might notice that you have to back off a little bit and then come right back into it. That's totally good. Relaxing into this space right now. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Kick your right leg out, roll to your belly, turn your gaze to the center, and then take your left hand. You're going to stretch it out to that T shape. Make sure that your left elbow and your left wrist all line up with the left shoulder. If our hand is too far forward or too far back, you're not going to get that same sensation. So straight letter T out to the side. Right fingertips by your chest, and then slowly roll over to that left temple. You can keep your right leg straight. You can bend it and set the foot to the floor. If you'd like to take your right hand and wrap it behind your back, that is available to you as well. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Unravel the hand from behind your back if it's there. Kick your leg long if it was bent. Roll back to your belly. And then take your hands, place them right by your side body. Press your hands into the floor. Move yourself back to a tabletop position. Your hands can be on the mat. If you'd like to grab blocks underneath your hands or your books, you can do that. On your breath in, you're going to stretch your right leg to the back of the room. Exhale, draw the right knee forward to your heart, round your nose to your knee. Inhale, kick the right leg out. Exhale, bring the right knee to your nose. Keep your fingers spread wide, press every knuckle to the floor. One more time, inhale, kick the right leg out. Exhale, draw the right knee in. This time, take the right leg, keep it bent, and then open up your hip. Notice your left foot, make sure it's right behind your left knee. Breathing in and out here. Oftentimes, our fingers like to curl up. Try to press your knuckles into the floor. And then take that right leg forward, step it to the outside of your right hand. Again, blocks are welcome. You can use them, you can skip them. Inch your left knee back, find a little bit of length. And then on your exhale, your forearms are going to come down onto the blocks or the mat. This is a really awesome pose that gets into your hips. It gets into the outer hip on the right side, the front left hip flexor. But it also can create a little bit of this stress response as we get into the hips. The hips store a lot of negative emotions. So can you pay attention to what's going on as a responder to those sensations? Shoulders creeping up to the ears or the jaw clenching. Maybe you're trying to reach your eyebrows to your forehead. Breathing in and out here. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Slowly bring your hands back to the blocks or the mat. Scoot your hips back, slide your right knee back underneath your hip. Set the blocks off to the side, your palms to the floor, spread your fingers wide. Move through your cat-cow. So lower your belly, lift your chin. Exhale, round into your spine. Inhale, hammock your belly, heart forward. Exhale, round into your back. One more time, inhale. Heart forward, chin lifts. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Press your hands into the floor. Stretch your left leg to the back of the room. And then on your exhale, left knee comes to your nose, round your spine. Inhale, jet the left leg back. Exhale, curl, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, kick it back. Exhale, bring it in. This time, keep your knee bent, but open up the hip like you're kicking your left foot to the right side of the room. Press your hands firmly into the floor, especially that index finger and thumb. Those are the places in the hands that like to creep up the most. So really press them down. And then you're going to bring your right or your left knee forward, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. You can bring your blocks underneath your palms, or your hands can just come to the earth. Deep breath in to lengthen your spine, inch your right knee to the back of the room. And then slowly bring your forearms down onto the mat. Relax the shoulders, relax the teeth. Two more breaths here. Bring your hands back to the blocks or the mat, and then press your hands into the floor. Scoot your hips back, drive your left knee underneath your left hip. Set the blocks to the side, palms to the mat. And then like your dog wagging its tail, just move your hips side to side. Come back to center. Swing your shins over to one side, take a seat. Let's work into the feet. So the feet don't get that much attention, but they're really important to pay attention to. So extend your left leg long, take your right foot in your left hand. You're going to weave your fingers through each of your toes like you're holding hands with your foot. So if you're wearing socks, you can take them off. And then you're just going to flex into your left foot. Sit up tall. Notice if you're slouching at any point. Root down through the sit bones, lift through the crown of your head, fingertips into your toes. If you can't quite get the root of your knuckles to the root of your toes, you can just bring a couple fingers in, maybe one or two, and then let that just come to the feet. You're going to start to move the toes back and forth. If you need any extra support for your right knee, you can always set your knee on a block or sit up on a block as you bend into the legs here. Again, check in. Did you start to round your shoulders forward? Can you lift through the side body? Let go of the grip of your toes. You're going to take your two thumbs right onto that ball mound and just start to move your thumbs up and down the bottom of your feet. And your feet have a lot of connection points to the rest of your body, so getting into this area can help open up all these other spaces that you didn't anticipate. Good, let that go. Your right leg is going to extend straight And give your toes a little wiggle. Notice the difference between the two sides of the feet. Your left foot's like, hey, what about me? So start to bend into your left knee. Again, if you're wearing socks, take them off. Fingers through each of your toes on that left side. And you might need to kind of move your toes around so you can really get the fingers in there. So grab onto your toes and just move them back and forth. And if you can just get like a couple of your fingers near like the tips of your toes, that's totally good too. Know that it's always just about progress, never perfection. So just trying to be with it. Continue to sit up tall. Take your fingers out from your toes. Use your thumbs on the ball mound and the arch of your foot to really work into those spaces. Good. Let that go. Extend your left leg. Give your toes a little wiggle. Notice the two sides of the body. Hopefully they feel a little bit more balanced. Good. And then start to bend into your right knee. You can keep your right foot to the inside of your left leg, or you can cross it over to the outside. Flex your left toes up toward the sky. Hold on to your right knee with your hands. Lift and lengthen through your spine. And then your left hand's going to hold the knee. Your right hand will come behind you. Slowly rotate your spine open. You can stay here. You can wrap your forearm around your thigh. And then pay attention to the left leg. Notice if your left foot got a little lazy. Try to flex it back and rotate. Check in with this spinal twist. We started with a spinal twist, so observe if this spinal twist feels a little bit more accessible, if your body feels a little bit more open. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Unravel. Extend your right leg long, bend into your left knee. Left foot to the inside or cross it over to the outside of your thigh. Flex your right toes back toward your shin. Lift through the spine and then rotate. Your left hand will come behind you. Your right hand can stay where it is. You can grip it around your thigh. Gaze over your shoulder. As you move into this twist, can you come back to that intention, that word, that phrase that you set in the beginning of your practice? One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to unwind. Send your left leg out. Give your legs a little shake. And then take your glutes out from beneath you. Hands can be at your thighs. Lengthen your spine. And then start to curl your fingertips down. The hands can be on your thighs, your shins, your ankles, maybe your toes. But notice if you're totally slouched here, can you root through the sit bones, lift out through the hips, and then start to lean forward with the heart leading the way. Notice if your mind started to wander. Can you bring your attention back to this practice? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale and exhale here. Crawl your hands back up. Soles of the feet will connect into the floor. Feel the feet really root into the earth. Lift your heart, stretch your arms forward. Mindfully move yourself into the mat, all the way down onto your back. Draw the knees into your heart. Open your knees out wide. Stamp your feet on the sky. Hold to the back of your thighs, your shins, or the peak edge side of your feet. Imagine your feet kicking up into the ceiling, kind of like you're balancing a baguette across the top of your feet. I don't really know why you would do that, but you can just imagine. Feel the hips start to open, the knees drop down, breathing in and out. You can rock side to side. You could straighten one leg, maybe the other. Just playing around here on your mat. Come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Open your knees out wide. Hold to the outside of your feet. Maybe you hold onto your shins. Press your knees away. Draw the feet closer to your groin, closer to your heart. Let that go. Wrap your knees into your heart, your hands around your shins. Curl yourself into a tiny little package, holding any last bit of stress or tension that you might be feeling here. One more deep breath in, and then relax. Let it all go. Your feet will fall to each corner of the mat. Your hands will come off to the side. Float your eyes closed. Know that you are supported, that this practice is for you, to breathe, to move, and to totally rejuvenate. So allow your body to rest here. Know that you can rest here as long as you like. But if you're ready to move on from your practice, start to bring your attention back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling out your wrists and your ankles. Stretching your arms over your head, reaching your toes to the front of the room, kind of like you're reaching for those monkey bars again. Bend your knees, soles of the feet into the earth. If you're practicing for 2, you're going to roll to your left, but otherwise, shift your hips over to the right or over to the left and then roll to your right. You're going to move yourself up to a seated position, closing your eyes when you arrive there. Sit up tall, lift through the crown of your head. Stretch your hands up to the ceiling, deep breath in, grab all that positive energy, all that relaxation, and bring your hands right into your heart. Pause here. Feel your thumbs right against your heart. Notice the heartbeat beneath your thumbs. Remind yourself that you are not your body, you are not your mind, but you have the power to choose your thoughts. Create good thoughts. They'll translate to good words and good actions, shaping your reality to shine a little brighter. Draw your hands right between your forehead. Kind thoughts to yourself and others. Hands to your lips. Kind words to yourself and others. And hands to your heart. Love to yourself and others. Namaste. Thank you guys. Hope to see you again soon and keep practicing yoga.